I I was having real difficulty defeating this guy's Jigglypuff. Like it was really hard defeating this guy's Jigglypuff. So I had used a lot of potions. The type advantage early game is not good for this Delta Charmeleon because early on in the run I faced the Swirlix as well, and it did not go so well, to say the least. Thank goodness the Jigglypuff went down. Surprisingly, my biggest nightmare so far in this game is a wild, not a wild, but a random trainer's Jigglypuff, which is I find pretty funny. We move on to the place north of the route I was just on, called the Ancient Ruins, and we stumble upon the Abyssal Cult. They're trying to basically catch a Riolu against its will, and so they're surrounding it with Abyssal Cult members. But me and Nora show up and we try to protect the Riolu Pokemon rights. I mean, never mind that, the Abyssal Cult grunts tried to defeat me and Nora in a Pokemon battle, but at this point of the game, I'm just too strong. Delta Charmeleon just annihilates the Abyssal Cultist, and the Abyssal Cult guys like childish impudence, which is kinda ironic because whatever they're doing is impudence. So the Riolu is still in a pickle, then a Lucario shows up, and they actually wanted to lure the Lucario anyway, but it actually Mega Evolved, which, if you didn't know, Mega Evolution only happens when a trainer has a strong bond with the Pokemon, so it's kind of like a hint that a trainer is nearby. The Mega Lucario saves the Riolu, and then it just dips. The Riolu and the Mega Lucario kind of just dip. And yeah, that's all there was to that plot point. We progressed the game even further, going through this cave and finally reaching Sun-Touched City. This city has this weird little air vent thing which launches you into like the sky platform of Sun-Touched City. This is where the gym is. There's also this thing called the Broadcast Tower. We basically enter and we became a part-time actor. Basically we get money and we get some Pokemon as well. Our first assignment to be on TV was to get footage battling a wild Axew. We try and encounter it in the rustling grass, encounter it as always. I have no intentions of like using normal Pokemon in this game, so kinda just kill it and get the money and get it over with. The guy pays us $2,000, which is pretty good money. We were just walking out when we got our next call for the episode 2 of the shoot, which we go and do. This one is in the desert, Rizai Desert to be specific, and it is said to be a delta species. So obviously we gotta encounter it and then catch it. We get some advice that it's gonna be rustling in the sand, and we're gonna see some rustle effects, and we encounter it. It turns out to be a Delta Grimer, which is actually pretty cool. It's a sand, like the real form is like poison sludge, and this is just sand. We catch it and we name it Grain, like the grain of sand. And now we quickly report back to the cameraman, and we get our next paycheck.